Welcome to Family Gamer TV. Now, my kids have been getting really excited about Kinect Sports Rivals. And I don't know if you've heard about this. It's the new version of Kinect Sports, but on the Xbox One. Now, we've had that Xbox One Kinect controller in our living room for quite a while. And we're keen for more games to really put it through its paces. And this is the first game where we're going to really see what it's capable of. Now, along with returning sports of soccer, tennis and bowling, and I'm glad to see those coming back, we also have a new weight racing game. We also have a new climbing activity and target shooting. Now, I had the chance to try out both weight racing and climbing on Kinect Sports Rivals recently, and I was impressed at how far that experience has come since Kinect on the Xbox 360. Now, we still use that 360 Kinect game quite a lot. We still go back to some of those old experiences and enjoy just standing in our living room playing without a controller. But on the Xbox One, there's a whole other level of accuracy, and I think in our family it's going to bring a whole other level of competitiveness. I'm looking forward to being able to put hours of practice into some of these games and seeing myself progress. And even in the limited time that I've had with them already, I've certainly felt like I've actually got better at some of these activities because the Xbox One Kinect sensor was actually reading my body much more accurately. So first of all, it could see where I was standing, it could recognise it was me with that biometric sign-in, and also it could see with my hand whether it was open or closed. But then a whole nother level, on the screen it was saying next to my torso on their debug menu, normal. And I asked the developer, well, what does that mean? He said, oh, that's normal because that's your mood. At that I laughed, and then the Xbox Kinect on the screen said happy, and it was as if it was reading my emotions. Now that for me was a whole sort of almost spine-tingling experience as I realised just how accurate Kinect on Xbox One is. Now, as you can see, a theme running through Kinect Sports Rivals is this idea of affiliating yourself to a team, and there's a whole set of different teams to choose. We have the Wolf Clan team that are island natives.
We will thrive.
Eagle Legion, who are known for being loyal and honourable.
But it's what makes us the best.
Viper Network, who are crafty and ambitious.
She's totally like having a boss fight.
Now, depending on which team you pick, not only determines who your teammates are, but also the sort of outfits that you'll be wearing, the accessories you'll get available as you progress through the game, and also other aspects of the gameplay as it develops. Along with that, the visuals on this Xbox One game have taken a bump, now in 1080p, and it looks really good. There's a whole sort of feel of fantastical island and lakeside settings as you can play these sports in all sorts of unusual places. I particularly like the climbing setting where you're climbing up a ship that's been hung from a crane, or playing tennis on the top of this massive rock stack. It certainly gives an added sort of dimension to the gameplay, and I know something that my kids will really like. But it's in that accuracy that I think Kinect Sports Rivals leaps over from just being a family game into being something that I want to compete at, that I want to challenge my friends of my age, my peers too, because there's that sense of real accuracy in its controls, but the ability to be a skilled player at Kinect Sports, rather than something you're just waggling your hand to. I think target shooting is a really interesting addition here on Kinect Sports Rivals. Lots of games previously tried to do those shooting controls with Kinect, but I'm hoping that the Xbox One controls and that greater fidelity of what it can see will mean that we have a proper, really nice hands-free experience of shooting and target practice. The Kinect sensor is going to have to really pick up every little nuanced move of you in front of the controller. Tennis too, it seems the footage here would suggest that there's more movement around the court, that you've got a greater selection of shots, and as that Kinect sensor is reading your body, it's more important to be stood in the right direction to get yourself lined up for shots to really follow through and get maximum power. Bowling, again, I think that's just maybe a sort of a stock favourite that is just returning. That bowling success on the Wii, of course, is one that's hard to ignore, but here I like the way that again it is body position on follow through and that whole reading of your skeleton to make sure that you've bowled that ball accurately down the lane. Now, first time we've able to have a close look at the soccer game here in Kinect Sports Rivals, and I like the way there seems to be much more choice and much more control over how you play the game. You can see here passing it from player to player and choosing when to take your shot. Again, similar maybe to the old Kinect Sports game. Now, my hope is that I'll do better against my 6-year-old who, by running around the living room, was able to usually beat me. It's going to be that skill and strategy in the soccer game particularly, as we're seeing here, that wins the day. And as with other Kinect Sports games, you can compete locally. There's a nice split screen mode, but also there's online multiplayer. But a feature I really like, and I think this shows you where it's headed, it's taken something from Forza, who has that Driveatar aspect that tracks how you're driving and then generates a profile for you so that you can race against friends online when you're not around. In the same way, Kinect Sports Rivals creates what I think we should call an athleteatar, or perhaps a competitor profile for you as a player, and that means that you can play against friends and family when you're not there, earning yourself points and being able to advance. But I think more for me, it's nice with my friends who aren't necessarily online at the same time. I can compete against them, have rivals that are building up without them having to be on Xbox Live at the same time as me. And I think it's going to be the touches and the attention to detail of this, along with delivering that accuracy, that real sense of competitive challenge to Kinect Sports Rivals, that's really going to be make or break for this game for Microsoft. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Do you think that this is the moment that we're going to see the Xbox One really come to life, as all those features come together, both visually and controls, are seen in one game? And of these new sports activities, which ones do you think are going to be best suited to you? Which ones do you think you're going to be heading to first? That's all we've got time for today on Family Gamer TV, but we'll be back with more soon.